Loved you on Rewind. Thank you. The parts that I was in, I had already done, so I didn't really do anything extra for it. I was just there. Big shout out to Corpse, though, for representing Thankmas. He did say that I raised $4.7 million in it, which is incredibly sweet to say, to give recognition to that. But I didn't raise $4.7 million, so I just want to clarify that. As much as I want to take honor and glory all for myself, it was a very big group effort, so I appreciate him even just bringing it up at all. Because too often those aspects of fundraising get lost on the... Too much of those charity aspects get lost on YouTube Rewind. But yeah, I watched it twice so far. It was fine. It's a little too forgettable for my liking. I wish a creator-focused YouTube... Well, there's a problem with it that YouTube Rewind in general, a lot of people give it shit for because it's too much for advertisers to watch. And that is true. Sometimes YouTube is a little too much like, hey, this is what YouTube can do. Hey, advertisers, give us money because our ad rates are dropping. But also, it kind of encompasses the world. This Rewind was a little too YouTuber community focused, which is a good thing in and of itself. It's just that if you don't partake in YouTube on a community level, if you don't partake in watching personalities and YouTubers and creators the way I do, like, I liked what was in it because I know all the people that were in it. But I feel like it's kind of keeping out all it's keeping out all the people who like YouTube as a casual viewer, if you get me. Like, I'd say 60 to 70% of people who watch YouTube just don't watch creators. They don't sub to anybody. They just kind of go to the homepage and watch whatever's there. And I feel like this Rewind kind of missed that mark. That I saw Saikudo and Corpse and Mark and Ludwig and all these people that I know, so it's incredible. But at the same time, it's only incredible because I know them on a personal level. And I really wish a creator-driven YouTube Rewind had a bit more balls. Because it just felt very safe. There was no music in it because you'll get copyright claimed for it. So none of the big songs of the year were mentioned other than WAP for it being a meme. So none of that was in it. It was very, 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 very safe. And I don't like that. I wish they kind of had some balls to do... I shouldn't say balls, that's very gender specific. I wish they just had some teeth. Like, go after stuff a bit more. It's like you finally have this... well, Felix did it twice before, and I almost prefer those ones. Because it's not so... It's a bit more everyone can enjoy this sort of thing, and it incorporates overall memes in general. Not to knock their efforts, because it takes a huge amount of effort to get that many creators together to put in effort to all get on camera and say what was good in the year and talk about what happened in the year. I'm glad stuff like coronavirus and everything kind of got a shout out. I just wish they were... I wish they kind of went further with the message. I wish they, like, reinforced the COVID stuff a bit more and showed how serious it is. And the In Memoriam section had a section talking about how many people we've lost from COVID. Like, so many people have lost their lives from COVID so far. And people tend to forget that because they're all talking about the coronavirus as an overall worldwide thing. We've lost so many people this year because of coronavirus. And I just wish there was a little section to be like, hey, wear your masks. Stay inside. Vaccines coming up, but that does not mean that the coronavirus is a joke. That you can just go out there and do whatever you want. Like, I don't know. This is just my own personal opinion, though. Yeah, and the fucking Dream face reveal fake out. Like, I'm not here to say you should reveal your face. But it was very, like, lots of blue balls. I guess that's the point of the troll in it, but I'm like, man. Now that section, I'm like, it all got built up yesterday on Twitter, and I'm like, ooh, fuck yeah! And then it kind of went nowhere. I don't know. I feel like I'll forget a lot of what was in it, but it's really nice to see a lot of familiar faces in it. They did ask me to be part of it, but I was busy doing Thankmas at the time, so I just didn't have time to sit down and record anything for it. But at the same time, I'm not here to say, yes, Dream should have absolutely revealed his face. Because if you don't want to reveal something about yourself, that's absolutely fine. And I don't think you should. Especially based on peer pressure. So I kind of respect the troll of it, in a way. But at the end of the day, it's YouTube Rewind. It's just a bit of fun. I just wish it was cringier. I asked him to make it cringy on Twitter, and he said he would, and it wasn't cringy. I need cringe. The cringe is what we all remember. Remember how, like, Will Smith came out and said, "Yeah, that's hot." And everyone was like, "Oh my god, that's so bad." But you remember it. They even referenced it at the start of the Rewind. Jimmy even did it at the end of the Rewind. Embrace the cringe. Give us cringe. Cringe is good. People love to shit on it because it's cringy, but at the same time, those are the things that you remember out of it. Like the K-pop! And I'm so proud of this community. Like, oh, that's gold. Give it to me. Give me the cringe. I fucking love it. It's just a little too safe. But hats off to them for doing something. I just miss Felix's YouTube Rewind. I wish he did it this year, but that's for his reasons. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Rewind. Whatever. It's a Rewind. No one gives a shit at the end of the day. Whether they're good, whether they're bad. It's just a thing to have fun with at the end of the year. And we're all just here to have fun at the end of the day. So, how about it? If you loved it, perfect. If you didn't like it, perfect. The important thing is we all treat each other with respect and move on.